know, Atlanta Housing is rolling out something new, scooters that don't just get you to work, they are creating work. It's the first of its kind partnership giving residents cheaper rides and real job opportunities, all aimed at helping families move forward. Here to tell us more about this partnership is Kelly English, Chief of Staff for Atlanta Housing. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, what makes this partnership the first of its kind for the nation, and why did Atlanta Housing want to lead the way?
Well, I'll tell you, here in Atlanta, we have this phrase that we love that says Atlanta influences everything. And so, as you know, Atlanta is the birthplace of affordable housing. Atlanta is also the home city of the first site where African Americans were allowed to reside in public housing. Atlanta is also the innovator of mixed income public housing. And now, as of yesterday, Atlanta is influencing everything again. We are the first city to pair affordable housing with micromobility.
And how does it work for us? Tell us how it works.
Yes, absolutely. So for the 27,000 families that Atlanta Housing serves, we're talking about roughly 43,000 people. They all have access to deeply discounted codes with Bird. So you know Bird as the e-scooter and e-bike company that you've seen around as people are moving around on the Beltline, taking that last mile to MARTA or to their offices. And so now Atlanta Housing residents will be able to join them in those streets with 50% off as registered Atlanta Housing residents with Bird through their Access program. In addition, we have 10 designated zones that are adjacent to Atlanta Housing properties where they don't even have to be registered. If they initiate their ride from one of those zones, there's an automatic 20% discount from there. And that's not even the part that excites me the most. The best part is that our residents will now have access to jobs with the Bird company. They will be hosting quarterly job fairs for our residents where we can get them on the path to self-sufficiency through programs like being Bird ambassadors, participating in their maintenance and repair program, joining the Bird Street team. So we are calling this our Ride to Work program, and we literally mean that. We've got rides for our residents, we've got work for our residents, and we are incredibly grateful to Bird for their partnership.
Sounds very exciting. You mentioned 50% off, and you mentioned another 20% off. Realistically, how much will this save, the discount ride will save a person each month?
Well, let me put it to you this way. The average family in Atlanta Housing residents have an income of $17,000. So we are literally talking about people who are making decisions about whether or not to pay their rent, whether or not to eat food. These are not both ands, these are if ors, right? And so if we can cut down any savings, if we can keep any money in their pockets and get them to work, to doctor's appointments, to a grocery store that may not be walkable, it's not even about financial savings. We're really talking about life savings here.
Yeah. Do you have a ballpark figure of how many residents you expect to benefit from this?
Yeah, so our hope is that they will all participate. They are all eligible, whether you live in an Atlanta Housing property or whether you live throughout the city as part of our Housing Choice program. If you are a participant with Atlanta Housing, you are eligible. And so my hope is that any resident on the other side of my voice who is watching this interview, I hope that you will see this. I hope that you will join us on October 9th at Roosevelt Hall. We will be registering residents. We will be signing them up for the program and getting them in the pipeline for the job fair. So my hope is that I can come back to you next year and tell you that we had 27,000 families moving around on Bird e-bikes and scooters.
I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to hold you to it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Kelly English, thanks so much for joining us. And thanks. Much success to your program. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right.